Welcome. I'm very excited because the Twilight movie's opening today. I'm doing very vampire-y things. I've been a vampire all day. Everyone's loving it around here. Do you know what I like? You know when in the old Dracula movies, when Dracula's trying to pretend that, like, he's checking into hotels and stuff, and he's pretending he's not Dracula? He's, like, in a cape and everything, and the hair back and the fangs, and everyone's thinking, that's a hungry-looking magician. And then... And he's always like, his secret name is like, yes, I'd like to register. I am Dr. Acula. From Transylvania. I'm an obstetrician. Yeah, well... Anyway, I'm excited about that. I can only assume if you're watching the show you didn't get in to see the Twilight movie tonight. So that's probably rubbing it in a little bit. Sorry about that. I've seen it already. It's awesome. I haven't seen it. I won't go and see it. I'm scared of vampires. I am. You know how you get rid of vampires? Garlic. If I thought vampires were real, I'd go and live in France. The whole place smells of garlic. You would have... Vampires wouldn't go there. No, I think I'll go somewhere else. Perhaps Nebraska. Where I will smear my butt and press it against store windows. Oh, I'm going to talk about that tonight. You bet I am, baby. All right, join us in a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Ferguson.
Hey! Hi, you! Come on in. Welcome to Los Angeles, California. Welcome to the Late Late Show. I am your host, TV's Craig Ferguson. Thank you. Right, all right. Thank you. Quietly, please, everyone, or the folks at home will guess how drunk you are. We use the same system of getting a studio audience as the British Navy used to do to get sailors. We go outside, we find the drunks, we cosh them over the head, they wake up here. They're like, here, what we be doing here? I don't know. It's a great day for America, everybody. It's Friday, of course. Thank the Lord. What a week. Now, do you remember, you might not remember this if you've never seen this show before, and that include everyone here for that. But you remember the Butt Bandit? You remember the Butt Bandit? You probably don't. I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. It's a mystery vandal, right? And he's going around Nebraska at night, right? He rubs petroleum jelly on his butt cheeks. This is true, and then presses them against store windows. That's a true... I'm not making it up. Look, there's a headline. Look. But the Omaha... Yeah. He's been arrested. Yeah. I know. He's denying it. He says he's the victim of a smear campaign. I am glad... I, for one, am glad that they caught this guy. That is one police lineup I wouldn't want to see. I'm lying. I would want to see it. All right, it's a great day for America if you like to grease your ass and put them on windows. It's also, and who doesn't? It's also a great day if you're a vampire. or even just like vampires, because the movie Twilight opened today. It opened today because this show is live. It's whatever time it is in your region. And the movie only opened today, and it's already made $1 bazillion. The movie's very popular. It's popular with the teenagers. The kids love this movie. You know, the teenagers, they like the vampires, they like the skinny jeans and the crystal meth, whatever else they like. The jitterbug. I don't know. That's right, I'm hip to all the latest teen sensations. Anyway, the anticipation for this vampire movie has been tremendous. All week, teenagers have been camping out in front of movie theatres. I drove by a theatre last night. I thought it was a Jonas Brothers concert. I waited in line for 5 hours before I found out the truth. I felt such a fool. Now, apparently the audience for the Twilight movie is 80% women. Women like the vampires. I always think, why do women like vampires so much? And you know why I think it is? I think it's because vampires represent sex, but with all the downsides. You just get, you know, you don't get the pregnancy or the shame or the... Or what's the other one? Oh, yeah, cuddling. You don't have to bother with any of that. Oh, come on, just a little cuddle. Let's spoon. Vampires in the Twilight movie, though, the vampires in this Twilight movie, it's all young, hot, sexy guy vampires. I know. We've got the trailer for it. Take a look at this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Break me off a piece of that, why don't you? Now, the movie, the Twilight movie is based on a series of best-selling books. The books, of course, are really meant for teenage girls, which means I've read them all. My favourite... My favourite vampire book for teenagers is, of course, Are You There, God? It's Me, Dracula, which is the heartwarming story, a coming-of-age tale of a bloodthirsty... I don't know. Anyway... I like that the kids read all these books. So reading hasn't gone out of style completely yet. If you're young and you're into magic, you read the Harry Potter. The kids read that. And then you're a bit older, you read the Twilight. And then you get to my age, and the only thing you read is the instructions on the hemorrhoid cream. But you know how to read it. The two greatest words in the English language. Apply liberally. Yeah. And soon all will be well. Talking about resting in peace. Anyway, now the vampires, what I'm talking about, not the other thing. What was I talking? Hemorrhoids? No, not hemorrhoids. Vampires. Vampires aren't typical. They are not typical in this Twilight movie. They're teenage vampires, teenagers with their MySpace and their iPods. And I wonder what a teenage vampire listens to in the iPod. Probably stuff that sounds like bats, you know, kind of... Anything by Justin Timberlake, really, something like that. Apparently, though, what am I talking about? The vampires, yeah. The vampires in Twilight, they can see their reflection in mirrors, which I quite like, because I'm always confused that the vampires don't see their reflection in mirrors in any other vampire movie. The vampires, and I'm thinking, well, if you can't see your reflection in a mirror, how come you're so well-dressed and clean-shaven? Their beards would be patchy, their capes would be all over, there'd be spinach stuck in their fangs. Yeah, take that, vampires! I've blown a hole in the otherwise airtight logic of the undead half-man, half-bat legend. But there's vampires everywhere. It's not just the Twilight movie. There's also... HBO's got that series, True Blood. CBS has got their show with immortal creatures called 60 Minutes. What? Come on! Are you trying to tell me Andy Rooney is from our time? Oh, he walks amongst us, but is he of us? No, he's not. Don't you hate turning into a bat? Was that like Andy Rooney as a vampire? Work with me. This is Andy Rooney as a vampire. Don't you hate turning into a bat? Nah, it's too late now. I sense your phoniness. No, anyway, the HBO show, The True Blood Show, it's great. It's set in a town full of vampires, which would be terrifying. What am I talking about? I live in Hollywood. Out there, there's vampires everywhere. Almost every culture has the vampire legend, as a pale, scary creature that preys on the young in search of eternal youth. The ancient Egyptians had something called Sekhmet. The Europeans, Dracula, of course. Here in America, we have Michael Jackson. It's a similar... All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Sorry, during the commercial break, I was entertaining the studio audience with some good old-time religion. I think we've all been saved a little bit tonight. Put your hand on the screen. Send money. All right, now listen, with the Bush administration is winding down, of course, a very sad time in American history. We thought that we'd take this to be a good time for us to check in with the Vice President of the United States, see how the transition is going over in Washington or somewhere, I don't know where it is. Dick Cheney, everybody. Dick, you there? Oh, yeah, there he is. Dick Cheney. Yeah. Welcome to the show, Mr. Vice President.
One second, Scotty. I'm on the phone. Yeah, I promise I'll take you to the playground. Yeah. I'll give you ice cream, too. All right, now be a good boy.
Oh, that's very cute. That your grandson?
No, that was George Bush.
All right.
Now start talking, Haggis Face. If I'm late picking Georgie boy up from the sitter, he wets himself.
All right, I see that. Do you have a Secret Service person there with you?
Oh, yeah, he's here for protection.
All right, just in case someone breaks in?
No, to protect the people who work here from me. I can get pretty angry, and he holds me back.
Oh, come on. I can't believe that's really necessary.
You calling me a liar? I'll knock that stupid accent right out of your Scottish mouth, you Scottish bastard. Here I come.
Hey,
I'm going to come down. Oh, you're lucky he's here.
Calm down, Mr. Vice President.
Ah, you're right, yeah. I should calm down or I'll have another heart attack.
Yeah.
It too late. Where are the things that I... Oh, boy, here we go. Clear. Oh! Maybe that's the stuff. Now a little one for dessert. Yeah, Nelly! Woo! Ah, that smells good, too.
You bet it does.
Yeah.
I wish I could smell it, but of course you're so far away in an undisclosed location.
Right. You can't find me. You can't find me.
Watch it. Now, I'm glad. Now, aren't you surprised that the Republicans didn't ask you to campaign with them, sir?
Yes, because I'm great with crowds. I have a warm personality and a smile that lights up a room.
You do?
Yeah.
Let's see your smile, then.
This is my smile. Don't you just want to pinch my cute little cheeks?
Nope. No, I don't.
How about the cheeks on my face?
Was that a rim shot?
You bet. I'm also a great comedian. People think I'm funny everywhere I go. Except in Iraq. I really bombed there. I got 1 million of them. Bombs, that is. Hey-yo, boing.
Boing?
Boing.
Boing, all right. Well, let's talk about the election.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, you sheep licker. I have to put a few things in my briefcase before I forget. Let's see, handcuffs, right? And these nipple clamps will be good. And the muzzle. Yep, there we go.
Yeah. Famously, you're going to use those for torturing your enemies, right?
No, the wife and I are going away for a romantic weekend. Actually, that's not a joke. We like to mix it up a little.
of Sarah Palin as the vice presidential candidate?
Well, let me say this. I think it's important that a vice president has a really smoking pair of legs.
Oh, come on. It's a bit sexist to talk about her legs, isn't it?
Her legs? I meant my legs. Check these gams out. Huh? Yeah. That's right. That's right. You
The
like
Vice
that,
President
don't
of the United States, Dick Cheney, everybody. We'll be right back. I can't be mucking around. It's Friday night. Got to do the emails. Can we do the emails, please?
Yes, it's
Email time again.
Put down your ganja, it's time to check the mail.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. All right, this is from Mary in Rochester in New Hampshire. I got nothing. All right, hey, Craig. My boyfriend says the only reason he went to strip clubs is to critique the strippers there. Would you, being a man, buy that? Well, in a way. Define the word critique. Because there's some strippers I've seen I'd quite like to critique. Some women too. Oh, good. This is from Richard in St. Martin. Or maybe it's from St. Martin himself. Dear Craig, I think I'm getting a cold. No, it's not St. Martin. I've got a cold. I've had a cold all week. Can you hear it? It's awful. I feel terrible. I feel all kind of... I've been using these. I have to have these here. They're called puffs. That's what they're called. It says it on there. Look, puffs. I didn't make it up. I'm not the advertising genius behind calling them puffs. Also, do you think it's great that they probably paid a fortune, the good folks that make puffs, to have an eye-catching box? Hey, honey, can you hand me that? What the hell are these things called? Oh, yeah! Puffs. Wouldn't you write, if you're, making puffs, you'd, have puffs written all over it? I would have it, puffs with jazz hands coming out. Anyway, I've got a terrible cold. I just have to sink my face into a puff. Sorry. What I'm doing is I'm going to critique a puff. That's what I'm going to do. Anyway, Richard in St. Martin says, Dear Craig, I'm getting a cold. Do you have any Scottish remedies? Well, I can't use this remedy, but you might want to use it. Whiskey. Whiskey will cure a cold. Absolutely. Yeah. And even if it doesn't cure it, you're so liquored up you don't give a rat's ass. So Oh, this is a coincidence. This is from Lucia in Miami in Florida. Look at this. Craig, are you going to see the Twilight movie? And have you read the Twilight books? All right, this is from Oscar in Bogota in Colombia. Do you remember when, because of course, Bogota, they're famous for cocaine down there in Colombia. Do you remember once when somebody else's cocaine was found in Lindsay Lohan's pants? Do you remember that? Isn't that the most awesome excuse in the world? Oh, someone else put their cocaine in my pants. Damn, I wish I'd thought of that one back in the day. Oh, my Lord. Look, son, honey, someone parked their stripper on me. I'm only critiquing! Oh, we're completely out of time. Sorry, I'll answer your question another time. It's not that interesting. We'll be right back, everybody. We'll be right back. Wouldn't it be great if George Hamilton, who wrote his new autobiography, you know, a lot of people do write their own autobiographies. It's kind of a tradition in literature. Who's writing your autobiography? I don't know yet. I haven't chosen anyone. It's the cold medication. Plus, I've had a lot of blood sucked out of me by vampires. Well, they said they were vampires. Anyway, the author of this autobiography, "Don't mind if I do," his famous catchphrase. Please welcome George Hamilton, everybody.
There isn't anything natural about that book.
Really?
No, look at it. It looks like a cross between a taxidermist and a mortician did that shot. The hair was digitally put in. Don't you agree?
Right.
And it's like the makeup is about 14 feet thick.
Yeah.
The teeth, there isn't even the dent in the teeth.
Right.
You know, they just look
Do you
like,
have a dent normally?
I put them in.
All right, okay. That would be a denture you're talking about.
Yeah.
Dentures, yeah, okay.
Two more payments and I own them.
Well, you know, a lot of people won't know being at home, and they won't understand. Maybe even in the studio audience, they won't know. They won't be able to appreciate just how fantastic you smell.
Yes, that's true.
If you don't, you really smell wonderful. What is that?
It's pheromones with olfactory.
Really?
Yeah. Your olfactory and my pheromones.
Don't mind if I do. Now, what is "Don't mind if I do"? Is that your catchphrase?
I have not a clue.
I think it's great.
No, they just think those things up. I mean, like, if you insist.
Right.
Okay, well, that's a good title, if you insist.
All right, if you insist.
wanted to call it "Bury Me Topless." Now, you're wondering why.
Yes, a little bit.
Funny.
Yeah.
But my mother, at the age of 86, my mother went to the doctor, and she said that she wanted to have her breast lifted. And the doctor called me and said, "I can't do this, Mr. Hamilton. Your mother's 86 years old. She could pass away." But she got on the phone. She said, "What the hell are you doing?" I said, "Mom, you can't do this." She said, "Yes, I can. They're my breasts, and I can do what I want with them."
Yep,
and she said, "If anything happens, just bury me topless."
That's awesome. That's lovely. I think that shows great charm, great bravery. Now, this is the story of your life in Hollywood, of course, isn't it?
Well, I had to leave a lot out. It's a tell some.
Tell some.
Yeah, because there's the reason I left part of it out is...
Well, you had sex with everyone, didn't you?
Well, not any bestiality.
Right.
Some ordinary stuff, but you know, just sheep, you know, that kind of thing. But nothing really that...
Don't mind if I do.
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Bury me topless. You famously slept your way around Hollywood, didn't you?
No. I was really an also-ran. Guys like Warren Beatty were way ahead of me.
Right.
And Robert Evans was way ahead of me. I was shy.
I've met Robert Evans. Now, Robert Evans does not smell anywhere near as nice as you.
But my theory was to attract them. His was just to go after them.
Yeah, frighten them.
You get them. You just like a stun. You know, like a stun gun, like a sheep or like a... No, not sheep.
No.
Like a deer caught in the headlights.
You never seen a sheep caught in a headlight?
No, but I've had some haggis.
Oh, no. Have you? Have you been over to the old country?
No, I came from there.
What?
My family all came from a town in Scotland called... There were two put together, Hamel and Dun.
No, there's a town in Scotland called Hamilton.
Well, of course.
Yeah, and you're from there?
Well, of course, and I'm related. Don't you see the crest here, boy?
Oh, you've got a... He's got a crest. I'm sorry. Manage. For he is our king. Wow.
Go forthwith to the country and bring us maidens.
No, you can't talk like that anymore. Hollywood's moved on. It's all you have to watch the sexual harassment video now. All that. It's all different. You can't walk around just having sex with who you like.
You can't go around saying bitches and hoes.
No, you can't
say that anymore.
No.
Bring me a hoe. That's an old country.
Get Mr. Hamilton a hoe.
Yeah, but that was, you used to work with a hoe, right?
Oh, right, yes, I see what you mean.
Still do.
What?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Don't mind if I do. Oh, I mean, yeah, don't mind if I do. Bury me topless. What about, do you think Hollywood's changed a great deal over the last...
Yeah, it has. The day I got into this town, I was out of date because I only recognized 1940s movie actors. And I always wanted to be like that. If I was going to be in... First day, I saw Cary Grant, Robert Mitchum, and Clark Gable, and Gary Cooper in the studio. And I'm having lunch with Mitchum. And Mitchum says to me, you know, they say I don't know my lines. It's not true. I'm just too drunk to say them.
Well, that seems fair. Seems fair. What's wrong with that?
No, but, you know, after the first...
That's when actors were actors, not these pansies that we got now.
That's right.
Yeah.
He made me sit up with him all night and drink because he said that was the way to prepare. And I went to a place next to MGM, and we started. He put all the Irish whiskeys up. Oh, John Jameson, you know a little.
Oh, I know a couple of them.
Right.
Yeah.
17 years ago, memories.
Oh, like a sheep in the headlights.
Don't mind if I do.
Don't mind if I do.
And he made me sit there and drink all this stuff. And about 3 o'clock in the morning, so we're closing the place down. He said, no, I'll start now. He took charge. We drank until 6. He said to me, where are you going? I said, I got to leave, Mr. Mitchum. It's, I got to work at 7. He said, you're working with me. Come with me. So he leads me back to the studio, and he goes to stage 25, and he says, you lie down over there and take that camera blanket, and I'll lie over there, and don't worry about a thing. An hour and a half later, they're giving him a Bloody Mary, and they're shaking me, and they're giving me an electric razor, and he said, all right, now let's just get the lines down. We were finished by 11 o'clock, and he said, that's the key. You don't get up early, you stay up late.
Seems to work. It wouldn't be like that now, though. It's all sanitized, I think, Hollywood now.
Well, the trouble is they can't rest now. They stay up late, but, the methadone.
Oh, yeah.
The crystal meth.
Yeah, I've never been down that particular street.
I've been caught snorting cashmere twice. That's my thing. I like cashmere, not cut with Banlon or Orlon, but pure cashmere. It's a kinky thing, but...
You like the feel of cashmere next to your skin?
Don't mind if I do.
Hey! I love that. I had no idea you had that kind of Ed Wood thing going on.
Yeah, I can't help it. I can't help it.
Now, in the cashmere, do you like someone in the cashmere, or do you just like the cashmere?
No, I like a mirror and the cashmere.
Wow. Why not? George, I feel we haven't learned enough, and the only way to know more would be to read your autobiography. Don't mind if I do. We'll be right back. George Hamilton, everybody. Welcome back. Look, sorry, I just want to kind of I just have to come over here a minute with you. Could you get out of the way a minute, please? Yeah, it's all right. I don't know who that dude is, but anyway, look at this lady's lovely shoes. Lovely shoes. Oh, they're lovely. Oh no! I was like, I feel like I'm back in the old country. Oh. It was the shoes. Do you know, I feel such a fool. George Hamilton was here. He did that movie, Love at First Bite, about vampires. I didn't even mention it. I am now I agree with you completely. I suck at this job. I mean, clearly. He did one of the most famous vampire movies ever, and genius doesn't even mention it. Do you think he'd come back? I think he'd come back. Now, my next guest stars in How I Met Your Mother, which is actually a fantastic show, even although it's on CBS. And it airs Monday nights on the Columbia Broadcasting System, 8:30. Take a look at this.
I'll give you $20 if you can shoot it through this front door.
You're nuttier than a Tim Hortons maple log. Timmy Hortons! That's it, Robin. Give me the stick. I'll give you summer teeth. Some are here, some are there. Robin, give me the stick. Take off. Hoser.
Whoa.
That's it.
Get her, boys! Get her!
Oh, scrap!
Guys, come on! For America! All right, break it up!
Ted! No! You never break up a girl fight! Never!
The lovely Cobie Smulders, everybody. Cobie Smulders. Gosh, you look nice.
Oh, thank you.
You do. You look very
I'm
nice.
wearing my autumn dress.
I love your dress.
Thank
it's
you very much.
Isn't it? It must be a bit cold, though, is it?
It is here in the air conditioning. Outside is fine.
Real? Well, yes,
Yeah.
and you've got your boots there as well.
Sure do.
Yeah, because
Sure
you
do.
are Canadian.
Yes.
Well, you've got the boots
Yes.
for the
For the snow?
Do you have Thanksgiving like us Americans? We don't know much
We
about
do,
your strange
we
land.
Do. I know. I know. We're a whole 2-hour flight away. We do, and it's in October.
Why?
I don't know. Well, here's the thing. I'm learning a lot about my own country being on a show and playing a Canadian.
Right.
I didn't know. No, honestly, it's kind of pathetic. I didn't know why we had Thanksgiving because they were like, "Do you have Pilgrims and Natives?" And we're like, "No." But apparently, there was an explorer named Ernest Shackleton.
Oh yes, very
Who
famous.
is-
Yes.
yes, very
No, I've
famous.
heard of Ernest Shackleton. He
Yes.
went to Antarctica.
Yes. So
Right.
he was trying to find the Northwest Passage, and then he just.
Excuse me.
Hey.
Sorry, it's my job. I don't actually mean it. I just, I
I
legally.
just sort of laid it
it's
out
a
for you
union
anyway.
rule. You
Yeah.
say something, I
Yeah.
go. Hey.
I get it. I totally get it. And he was looking for it, and he couldn't find it, and he just said, "Let's be thankful and have a dinner." That's what I was told. And so that's why we have Canadian Thanksgiving.
He must be the lamest explorer
That is what Wikipedia says.
I can't find anything to explore. Let's just have
But let's be
something to
thankful.
eat.
It's cold in Canada.
It's freezing
They made
in
it
Canada.
that far.
Yeah, no, but not all Canada is cold. You got that warm bit in the middle?
In the in the
Yeah.
middle, the prairies.
Have you ever been to Winnipeg?
No.
Oh my God.
No? It's not good?
Kind of. It's like I was stuck there once and snowed in Winnipeg, and I shaved my entire body.
Why would you do that?
There's nothing else to do. I shaved my entire. I looked like a giant baby.
I would think that in the cold weather you would want to keep as much body hair as possible.
I wasn't thinking it through. If I was thinking it through, I wouldn't have shaved my entire body.
True, that is true.
How do you pass the long winter months in Canada then?
Well, I'm from Vancouver, so it's much more mild.
Oh, yes,
yeah,
that's
we just get a
very-
lot of rain and
Right.
you just wear a lot of layers.
They've got nice skiing in Vancouver.
Whistler, yes.
Whistler, yeah, I've
Whistler,
heard
yeah.
of it. Why
Yeah.
is it called Whistler Mountain? I think because Shackleton went there and he said, "I don't see any mountains. Let's just have a whistle."
Could be it.
That may be it. Now, are you adjusting to life in Los Angeles? Do you have a nice time here?
I am. I've been here for 4 years,
Right.
and I call it home now. It took me 4 years to be like, this is home, but I have my lovely boyfriend here, and we're
Did you
celebrating.
bring him from Canada, or did you find
No,
him
I
here?
found him here.
An
I gotta get my
American?
green card somehow.
All right, okay, yeah, very nice.
So I'm doing my best.
I'm sorry, I've got a terrible
I
cold.
heard. I'm sorry.
Well, I think it's on the way out now, my
Oh,
cold.
good.
Yeah.
Are you doing echinacea or cold effects or any of that crazy stuff?
I have no idea what you just said. No, I just for a cold I lie down pretty much, and,
Right.
and I stick my face in a puff.
Well, hello.
Look at those babies. Hey, you got those in Canada?
We do. We
Really?
do. Yeah.
You have tissues in
and
Canada?
electricity.
Really?
So,
I actually like it. I have relatives in Canada. A lot of Scottish people in Canada.
I know a lot. My mother's British, so she immigrated over when she was 19.
Smulders?
Well, that's Dutch. My father's Dutch.
All right, your father's Dutch
Yeah,
and your
yeah.
mother's
British.
British.
Yeah.
What English you mean?
Well, English, sure.
Yeah, right. What part? What's your mother's maiden name?
Pratt.
Pratt.
I know. I know. My grandparents just changed. Pratt is a bad word.
Yeah, it's you know, it's kind of like if your last name's Pratt, you want to get married as quickly as you can.
Exactly. My grandparents actually changed it to Anthony when they got old enough.
Anthony Pratt?
No, just Anthony instead of Pratt.
Well, that's a hell of a leap from Pratt to Anthony,
It is.
isn't it?
I know.
Couldn't you find some middle ground, like Prattenstein or something?
Yeah. No, I guess not.
What about the vampires? Do you enjoy the vampires? Because that movie's out today. I forgot
do.
to ask George Hamilton about that thing.
I'm reading. I'm reading the book, the first one, because someone told me it was really good. And vampires are sexy.
Why? I don't understand why.
I don't know. Like male vampires, I was thinking like here's a question for you. This is what has been debated.
Okay.
Would you want to be turned into a vampire if you were asked to, if you had the choice?
Well, that's ludicrous. That's like, you know, would you like to turn into, you know, a ghost? You know, it's not.
No, but vampire, because you could live forever, you know?
Oh,
But here's-
I see. Yes,
you know
if
what
I
I mean?
could
But
be-
the
yeah.
catch is, I think, is you have to turn when you're young, because, like, you don't want to be like a 70-year-old vampire
Well, I
for,
think,
like, eternity.
Well, then, I think my answer is, I think if you'd have asked me 20 years ago, I'd have said yes, no, you know, roll on death. You know,
Yeah.
No, it's too late now. I missed that boat.
I don't know. I think that there's something sexy. I don't know. I don't know
Do you
what
think
it
it's
is.
real? Do you believe in vampires?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, historically, it's got to come from somewhere. But
It does, yes.
From
the mind of a writer is what it comes from. Mind of a writer is what it comes from.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just like it. I like the whole culture and the theories, and especially these days. I haven't gotten far in the book, but have been watching True Blood, and I like the different takes on it now. Where like
Right.
vampires can be outside during the day, and the garlic thing is totally made up. You
Yeah,
know,
I
so
know.
it's just changing.
The garlic thing's made up?
Well, I'm saying like they're using different things now.
So the garlic thing's made up, but the whole living forever, sucking blood is real.
Always true.
All right. I'm glad we got it cleared up. It's
Oh, thank
lovely to see you
goodness.
again.
Good
Come
to
and see
see
us
you too.
anytime.
Of course.
The
Thank
lovely
you
Cobie
very much.
Smulders, everybody. We'll be right back.
What did we learn on the show tonight?
Every Friday night, that cat is high. I think what we learned on the show tonight was that, you know, I had George Hamilton here, who was on Love at First Bite. I'd been talking about vampires all night, and I forgot to ask him about it. And I think what we learned was that I suck at this job. That's right. We knew that already. I hope my cold gets better next week. Do you know what I'm going to do this weekend? I'm just going to lie down very still and shave my entire body. It's actually, you know, shaving your entire body is one thing. It's when it starts to grow back. That's... Oh, I tell you, you better have some cortisone. Because that's an itchiness that defies reason. An itch that defies reason. We're completely out of time. That's why I'm talking too much. They're very angry at me right now. But I figure, what's the alternative? It's Friday night. It's like, 3:30 in the morning or something. And, you're just waiting for the infomercial to start. Puffs, everybody. They're great. See you Monday.